Hey guys, we're live! Happy Monday! How's everyone doing tonight? Let me know how the audio and the video are coming across. Hopefully, we're gonna have a good night. I tested out the servers a little bit before the live show. Managed to duck away from work like 20 minutes before the live cast. And I think our testing's looking good, hopefully. Let me kill this phantom window before it starts. And I'll get a couple of things set up. I see we've got a few people in the chat already. Hey guys, hopefully you're having an awesome Monday. I know I did. It was a great Monday. I got a lot done in my day job. Things went relatively smoothly, and what didn't, I can sort out tomorrow. So it's looking promising so far. So far, we've got Jim, we've got Glitch, we've got Beginner's Tech. Hey guys, I missed everyone else. We had, I think Mr. Ziegerman was here, and yeah, a whole pile of people. Hey guys, hopefully things are going good. And Ken says we're good. Lots of people saying we are 5x5. We are in good shape tonight, guys. I think it's going to be a good broadcast, hopefully. No drop frames, no nothing. Levels looking promising. I have to monitor all the kind of background stuff as David Watts is finding out on the live shows. There's you gotta constantly be looking at the audio levels and drop frames and everything else. But I think we're good. I'm gonna queue things up and we will get moving here. Awesome, guys. Let's look forward to this broadcast all weekend, as I always do. And maybe, just maybe, we can get... No, not that. Come on. Too many windows. Mike is here. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, Mike. Alright, guys. Let's get right into it. Got a pile of content to cover tonight. I'll try and zing through it as best I can. And Glitch said, by the way, the tweet you sent out is what's got me on here on the last 2 times. Good stuff. Well... YouTube's notoriously bad at announcing the live broadcast, so what I do is I just send out a tweet right before, and I think it does one automatically too, but I don't know when that goes out, because when it actually shares that one that I pre-schedule is totally flaky. One of those things. YouTube has some work to do in this department. All right, guys, let's go. As usual, we'll do some viewer questions throughout the live show. Bring them on. We'll do some tech news, whole pile of tech news, guys. Viewer challenge this week, some 3D printing stuff, bunch of stuff from the community, hackers, makers, engineers, you name it. Some stuff from the shop, that's the stuff I'm building. Some sneak peeks, big sneak peek tonight, guys. It's going to be pretty cool. Tech tip of the week, viewer comments, and that is that. We're caught up on the chat. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Tech news this week, guys. I don't even know where to start with half of this. I always have to pare down the tech news because there's always so much. It's awesome stuff going on. YouTube, big change last week. Announced YouTube Red, a subscription-based service coming for YouTube. Now, there's a lot of info out there and a lot of misinformation and a lot of stuff going on, but basically YouTube as we know it won't necessarily change, but there will be a subscription service. How that pans out is yet to be determined, but I'd be curious to know what you guys think. A lot of people have weighed in on this. This is Daryl Eves, the channel I subscribe to. You can check out his inputs. He has a lot of good inputs on YouTube paid subscription service. I put a poll in the description below on the video, guys. It's just a straw poll. First 2, yes or no. Would you be into subscribing to the YouTube subscription service? It cuts out ads and has a few other things, benefits. But then I tacked on a few other questions because I want to know what you guys think. If you're interested, check out the straw poll in the description and answer on those questions. It's anonymous, and we'll maybe throw it up at the end of the broadcast. But yeah, a big change for YouTube, real big departure. We'll see how it goes for them. I am debating on what I think where it'll go. I think it's a great idea. It's a great model. Netflix has proven it works, but with the content around YouTube, it's gonna be tricky. They're gonna have to secure some pretty heavy-duty content creators to make this work. But hey, you never know. Astronomy night at the White House. Glitch was nice enough to forward me the link to this live last week. It was Monday night. And the NASA channel did some cool coverage on it. A 3-minute video if you're interested in seeing it. It's always, here's Bill Nye right in the main shot of it. Always neat to see astronomy go mainstream and, well, on the White House lawn. It's pretty cool. This is a big one, guys. What exciting times we live in. So the Cassini spacecraft, October 28th, this week, will be going through the Enceladus. This is the moon on one of the Saturn moons, the Enceladus gas plume, and doing some sampling and send back the information. This is totally cool. Any week that goes by now, we have another spacecraft doing something totally cool in the solar system and sending back the data. And, well, heck, now we're beyond the solar system. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this stuff. I truly find it exciting. There's so much going on. And this one is really cool because this thing is there's potential for life on this moon. You never know. So who knows? Maybe they'll find it. I don't know. On that note, you can find JPL, the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Their YouTube channel has a full video devoted to this, which explains the concept of it. Doesn't go in depth in why they think there could be life there. You can find all kinds of other documentaries on that on YouTube and other sources. But pretty excited. We'll see in a few days what they send back. Really, really cool stuff. Pixel 3D, yay, made it. YouTube gaming app actually sent a notification. Very cool. That's good to know. The YouTube gaming app, David put us onto that last week and said that that app is working quite well for watching live shows. So, interesting. All right, guys. Oh, I forgot to throw the chat up. Here, we'll throw the chat up so people can see it in the future. And let's carry on. What else we got, guys? Tesla. This one's a huge one. I never thought I'd live to see this. Well, I knew I'd live to see it, but I didn't think it would be this soon. Tesla gets approval for global autopilot rollout. So this is with the exception of Japan, and well, I'm sure there'll be other countries too. It's hard to say that you've been approved globally, but hey, Tesla's saying it. Autopilot for your car, approved for street use. This is huge. I was in the automotive trade for 10 years working on vehicles, an area I'm intimately familiar with and the problems and trials and tribulations thereof. And I didn't think I'd be around to see this this soon. This is crazy. So cool, Tesla. I hope it works and don't screw it up. Don't have any major incidents. Very neat. Guys, this one, it is tech news. It is a little bit of I'll diverge on a tiny little rant, guys. Last Monday night on the live show was the Canadian election, our Canadian federal election. And as a result, we have a new government. We have this guy, Justin Trudeau, Liberal majority government. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they got everyone's support and just did it. I'm excited about this. A lot of plans for the tech world and STEM type funding, which is really cool. And I'll be honest, I don't bring politics into the show very often because I generally didn't have nice things to say before with our previous government, and I let my local MP know. I wrote numerous letters and conversed with him on more than one occasion. I'm pretty happy to see where this goes. But I thought I'd just share something here. It was pretty cool. So within 24 hours, our new prime minister made a call to Mr. Obama in the United States about the fact that we are withdrawing fighter jets from Syria and Iraq strikes. This excites me. Canada's always been a peacekeeping nation. I've been really proud of it up until the previous regime, which lasted far too long, whereby we started dropping bombs in aggression, basically banding alongside the U.S. and other nations. This has stopped. this is a game over. It's no more, and we're going to go back to a peacekeeping nation and be proud to sew our Canadian flag on our sleeves. Pretty cool stuff. And here's another tech side of it. So this is actually was outdated immediately. May soon drop a bomb on the F-35, the Joint Strike Fighter fiasco piece of junk. Well, Canada has officially pulled out of the deal to purchase a whole bunch of these offensive style aircraft, and it was kind of neat. What happened the next day? Everyone that watches this channel will be familiar with Dave Jones. Retweeted Justin Trudeau has been prime minister for 5 minutes and he just canceled the Joint Strike Fighter buy. Dave retweeted that and then proceeded to say congratulations Canada on booting out that dickhead of a PM. So apparently other people from the British monarchy appreciate such things, but big things are coming. Swift action for refugees, so big plan on this. This is totally tech related too. Plan by the end of the year. He has told us we will fly 25,000 Syrian refugees home here to Canada and relocate them, regardless of what comes after that. 25,000 people. Our previous government had no part of that, so pretty cool stuff. Love to see it. Next in the news, Pico Brew. Guys, I just wanted to share this because I see a dozen of these come up a month, and CNET showed this thing, a 5-liter beer brewing countertop automated kit. I have no doubt it probably has an Arduino in the middle of it somewhere, but check out the CNET channel for this little thing. Brewing beer on demand into a tiny little keg. Pretty cool little tech. Love seeing how people are adapting the technology to do cool things with it. And they're doing commercial products. Coming up on Christmas time, you see a lot more of these things get rolled out. Pretty cool stuff. And just quickly catch up on the chat. And Jim said Mercedes S-Class got a similar autopilot in 2014. I had no idea of that, Jim. I'll have to check that out. Hamrat88 Tom is here. Glitch said the F-35 is a beautifully and extremely functional aircraft, but is not worth the price tag. Yeah, I don't think so at all. I really actually think that thing is a complete lemon. It was outperformed by the F-16 and failed just about all evaluation tests, but was purchased anyway. That's my personal opinion of it. But, yeah, whatever. Steven's here. Hey, Steven, good to see you. UK clocks messed up my time zone. I'll be back on your times, back on the normal time for this cast. I think our daylight savings expires early November? Let me know in the chat. Somebody will know. But, yeah, well, pretty soon we'll be back on normal time. All right, guys. This is pretty cool. I was blown away by this, guys. So this is actually a, was it Indiegogo? Yeah, Indiegogo campaign for the Amino Desktop Bioengineering for Everyone. I picked this up off of the Hackaday site, I think, but I was just blown away by this because, well, it's in line with another project upcoming, but totally neat. Basically, bioengineering on a desk. It has an Arduino at its core and a bunch of other things. This is a Canadian company too, and they seem to be doing all right. It doesn't look like it has crazy fit and finish, but basically allowing people to do biohacking at home, temperature control, and I think it has like a centrifuge type system and a few other things. Pretty cool stuff. I thought it worth sharing, and you can check it out on their YouTube channel, Amino Labs. I was just blown away by this. I just love seeing this tech get out there. Basically, I saw this as the maker movement moves into biology. Totally neat, in my opinion. I wish them the best. I don't know the quality of the product. It looks a little, Dave would say, how you doing? But hey, the concept is cool. Get it out there. Get other people thinking along the same lines, and someone else will build another one. Very cool. Glitch said anthrax at home. Yeah. I don't think it'll be the negative side of things. I think it's totally neat. This one, I was going to omit this, but I had to put it in. So, the World Health Organization, hot dogs, bacon, and other processed meat linked to cancer. Basically, all processed meat is now officially linked to cancer, according to the WHO. Who would have known? Crazy stuff. This was pretty cool stuff, guys. This surprised me, actually. I haven't seen Hubble Space Telescope in the news much lately, but this one hit big today. The Hubble spots mother lode of 250 ancient tiny galaxies. So these things are one heck of a pile away. 12 billion years for the light from them to reach us. 12 billion! Unbelievable! The space telescopes, and the Hubble's been up there a heck of a long time and is by far not the best. They're still seeing way out there to the reaches of, well, not the galaxy, to the reaches of the universe now. This is nuts. Very, very cool stuff. Check out the articles. You can find them anywhere today. Just pretty much Google Hubble and click news. This one I found a little bit interesting today. This is not new, but I thought it was fake, to be honest. So this uncontacted tribe in Peru, this is verging on an ethical debate now on what people do. What do we do now? This tribe does exist and has had virtually no contact to the outside world other than some missionaries went in and tried to bring some Christianity and blah, blah, blah. But this is an ethical and a technical debate now. What do people do about this? So, what do you guys think? Throw it in the chat. I'd be curious to know what you guys think. What do we do? Do people contact them and risk killing the whole works of them with just a flu bug, or show them modern tech, or just leave them alone? I know what I think, but I'd be interested to know what you guys think. I'm just going to take a break real quick right there. Glitch said he was referring to the non-VTOL version. That one I can agree is a complete lemon. Yeah, that fighter is just, that thing is overpriced junk, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm not a fighter evaluation guy. And Glitch said he'd like to let them know there's stuff out there and let them decide. Jeff said get them credit cards and an Amazon Prime account. Joaquim said leave him alone, that's his opinion. Beginner's Text says leave him alone. Lots of comments. Be interested to know what you guys think on that one. I take an interest in ethical dilemmas, especially something crazy like that, an untouched society still living out there. Crazy. Peru is a crazy rugged place, though. So I'm of the opinion to perhaps leave them alone. But we'll see. All right, guys. This one. Not news, but new to me. Have you guys heard of Outernet? This is a company. This is their YouTube channel. Not a massive channel, but this is their promo video for Lantern. One device, free data forever. Basically, Outernet has secured satellite downlinks, bandwidth from many KU band satellites, and are streaming internet via the same dish that's on the side of your house with their own receiver, or an open source software with a standard DVB-S USB dongle receiver. Have you guys even heard of this? I hadn't until this weekend. They've been around for over a year now and are beaming this information freely to any receiver in the world. Beats the hell out of Facebook satellites and Project Loon, in my opinion, because they're using existing hardware. And we'll touch on this a little bit later in the broadcast, but I'd love to know if any of you knew about Outernet before, because I sure didn't. I'd never heard of them. I'm excited. Totally cool. Really, really neat company, guys. And Jim said I'd show them the tech. Life is better with tech, yeah. Eric, time switches this Sunday. Thank you, Ken. I knew it was soon, but yeah, I knew it was soon. And all right, guys, let's carry on. Dragon. Already 20 minutes in. Community announcements, guys. Not a whole lot this week, but the Hackaday Prize, if you guys haven't heard it a million times on this channel, the Hackaday Prize goes to judging today. The contest is officially closed for any modifications to the projects within it. As you may know, I do have one in it. I have the gas sensor for emergency workers. I did a video on Friday. No more mods. It is frozen in time and it goes to the judges, so we'll see how that goes. Pretty excited. Go check it out. Go to the hackaday.io, hackaday.com, whatever their websites, and link back and check out some of the submissions. Totally awesome stuff, guys. Community support time, guys. Pay the bills a little bit. Remember, click that thumbs up on these videos if you do like them. Remember, subscribe if you're not, and share these videos out. It really helps the channel. If you find yourself in a position where you can spare $1, go down to my Patreon campaign down below. It really, really helps. Thank you to the new Patreon supporters this week. There was at least one or two. You guys are awesome. If everybody throws a buck in the hat, or if even a few people throw a buck in the hat, I put that money right back in to this channel, and you're going to see yet another project later that is coming up that uses some of those funds. I put it right back in anyway, and it really, really helps, guys. Truly appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you guys that support this channel. Even if you're just watching the ads that show up on the channel, I really, really appreciate it. And Jim said he hadn't heard of Outernet. Joaquim said he has, but I still don't understand when they say they transmit internet. And I don't think, no, I don't think it's worded that way. We'll discuss it a little bit later. And beginners tech working on a robot, and listen to me, no better way to spend a Monday. Awesome. Cool. Awesome, guys. Let's carry on. Viewer challenge this week, guys. Every week I want to see what you guys are making. Hit me up on any of the socials. I love seeing what you're making, or go to the G Plus community, which you can find by going to the About page on the mkmeorg website, top left-hand corner, and you can find all the socials. But the G Plus community is definitely the best place if you want to have something featured on the show here, because I show pretty much everything every week. Educates.com, a simple and low-cost MP3 player using Arduino. Pretty cool. Used a very small MP3 player board with some external push buttons to control it. Very neat. Love it. Harry shared with us... Oh, sorry. My goal horn went off in the basement for an upcoming hockey game. Sorry, guys. Harry shared with us the 7-bot desktop robot arm sells Rubik's Cube. This is neat, and what I saw on it, no coding needed to operate this $350 arm. Pretty cheap. Love seeing where this tech goes. It's just nutty what people are building out there. Thanks, Harry, for sharing that. The DIY guy shared with us a DIY custom wooden USB flash drive. I didn't get a chance to see this one yet, so I can't speak to it. It was caught in the spam filters from the G Plus page, so I will check it out after the broadcast. Very cool stuff, guys. Thank you for sharing your builds and cool stuff. And Glitch is going over the Outernet site. Good stuff, Glitch. It is very much like a library. That's exactly what it is. It is an ongoing 1 gig per day library. So pretty cool stuff. From the community, guys, this is all the kind of stuff that I've found all over each week. Mostly, almost exclusively YouTube videos, so you guys can check these out. If you're not familiar with the Rotor DR1 channel, I wouldn't be overly surprised. This is Chad Kappa in there. You'll see he is one of the producers, if not the only producer, of the Flight Test channel. They had a project a while back where they did an independent movie called Rotor DR1. It is now out for the mainstream. It is viewable on lots of platforms. You can rent it, you can buy it. Guys, if you're into quadcopters or RC or any of that sort of thing, or just like supporting independent filmmakers, you gotta go check out Rotor DR1. I have seen the whole movie. It was amazing how well they did. And it was cool to see some of the characters like David Vindestal in the movie. I loved it. It was 2 thumbs up. And check it out, guys. Support them. I think they deserve it. Steve, I have to ask if Steve, when you watch this, post in the comments if you do see this, whether your name is Steve or Stig. All the Danes I work with are Steve. So he did a water sensor project on his channel, guys. Totally cool. Really handy to incorporate water sensing into lots of different projects, particularly saving your house from damage. Very cool. Loved it. Thank you, sir. M.I. Sperry, this is a continuation from last week. He did multiple videos last week on the automated garden, something kind of close to my heart because, as you guys might know, I have done an automated garden as part of one of my Hackaday prize submissions that did make it into the top 100. He shared all the code and all the demo of this. Totally cool. It goes through water cycles, full automation. Love it. Really, really neat. Really cool project. AVE, a channel that pretty much everyone subscribes to, but hey, I wanted to show it here anyway because this one's near and dear to me. Repair stripped threads with nothing but a wire and a flat bastard. That's a type of file, by the way, to anyone who doesn't know. This is something I can vouch for. I have done everything in this video except for the machining of it on his lathe, and I've had to do these repairs in the field in my previous careers. Wrapping a wire around the base to make a copper gasket. Yep, it does work. It's not the best, but when you're in the middle of nowhere, it will get you out of a pinch. Very, very cool tech to see how it's done. Good old hands-on skills, making at its core, well, fixing more or less. Really, really cool stuff. All right, guys, I'm just gonna check the chat real quick. I got both emails going nuts. I don't know what's going on today. Cool Song says, how do we call in? You can't. No call-ins on the show tonight. Guys, let's carry on. USA Today drone. Speaking of flight tests, love this channel. Pretty neat with the Back to the Future publications and celebrations last week. They did a drone, or I think it was a hexacopter. Might have been a quadcopter, I forget, to mimic what USA Today actually hired them to build one and mimic what was in Back to the Future 2, I believe. Pretty neat build, really cool to see. I love the fact how well Back to the Future predicted one load of things. We don't have our flying cars, and we don't really have hoverboards. Well, actually, we do have hoverboards as they are in the movie, just not as mainstream, but tons of tech in these movies that actually did come true. Very, very neat. It's cool stuff. I like to make stuff. This is a cool channel. He got an X-Carve, which I also have one yet to come on this channel. It is downstairs. And he upgraded it for milling aluminum. The DeWalt head, DeWalt router head. Very, very neat. Being able to mill aluminum at home now with these custom carving machines, CNC carving machines, really, really cool stuff. I love where this is headed, and particularly love that I'll be able to do this mod on mine if I ever get the thing assembled. So pretty cool. AVE, again, this one was just cool. Guys, if you like seeing things get damaged and like debunking movie myths, you should check out his video on the destruction of the 200 psi hydraulic gauge. I forget, like you've seen in movies where submarine movies, whatnot, where the front of the gauges blow out. Well, yeah, anyone in industry knows that is not how it happens. Well, he showed how it happens here, and I forget how high he had to take this 200 psi gauge before it blew. It was many thousand. I don't even remember the number. I don't even remember. It was a lot before it blew internally. If you've ever seen internal, there's not much in them, and it just popped the cap. Very, very neat, though. Loved it. Smarter every day. Guys, this is a channel I don't know whether I've shared before. It's a big channel, 3.3 million subscribers. I just found it not that long ago, and it did a long, like 12-minute video on the drill we sent to Mars. So this was the drill head and drill assembly that's on the Curiosity rover on Mars. And it was really, really neat. They did an in-depth look at how the drill works and got to actually look at the rover, the other rover that's still on Earth, the basically scale mock-up or completely identical in pretty much every way. Really neat video. I enjoyed this. I thought it was great. Jim said it was 7,000 psi on that gauge. Thanks, Jim. It was. I knew it was a heck of a pile. Ben Heck Show. This channel I've shared tons of times here, I think, but I don't overly watch a ton of his videos anymore, to be honest, guys. But this one got me. Basically, this is with the Eaton Company going over some high voltage stuff and some explosions and whatnot. But this really piqued my curiosity because in my day job, guys, I make. Some of you know the voltage I work with in the industry I work with, the low voltage 3-phase is 690 volts up to 27,000 on the primary side of the transformer. So they have some big equipment here, much the same voltages that they're playing with. Pretty neat. They did some destructive testing and showed the importance of circuit protection and whatnot. It was pretty cool. Post-apocalyptic inventor. I love this channel, guys. I can't speak to this video because I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. It's a new 14-minute video. I don't hesitate to share it because I know it will be awesome. Vacuum tube amplifier, power supply, and circulating pumps. Caught my eye, these circulating pumps out of dishwashers, I believe. Right away, it looks like one, he's already modded one I could see just in this picture. Caught my eye. I love seeing what he does with this equipment he tears down, and the video production quality is just awesome. The projects are awesome. I'm looking forward to watching this. They're all in my watch later YouTube playlist, so it's going to be pretty cool. And Glitch said he got to send a command to a Mars rover. Yeah, it's very cool. Jeff said he giggles like a girl when he's at NASA. I know I would be the same. Yeah, I'd get pretty excited too. Totally cool stuff. Love that video. Cody's Lab. I don't know whether I've ever shared this channel before. I have no idea how I even came across it, but 200-pound thrust rocket test. Very, very neat. This is a cool channel. I've seen a few of the videos from it. I suspect it was one of you guys probably led me here. Pretty neat. If you're into rockets and rocket motor testing, check it out. Pretty cool. DJ Schurz. I don't know whether I've ever shared this channel either, and I don't remember how I got subscribed, but with all the Star Wars stuff going on, he took and modded an Imperial Walker. It looks like he took the original toy and modded it with voice recognition and tells it what to do. Pretty neat. Very, very cool. I thought this was well done. It was very interesting. All right, guys. Jordan said, hey, what happened to the imp? Sorry, guys. It is still sitting beside me here, but I haven't bothered firing up the electric imp with the printer. It was just, I found it unnecessary with the chat now, so it saves me paper now too. I'm going to repurpose it into some other projects. And Mike said Electro Boom on YouTube. Any of those channels you guys like, if you do me a favor, just throw them into the G Plus community, even link to the channel. Other people will find it of interest. That's why I think, I guarantee other people would find it of interest. I know I would. So any other YouTube channels you guys know of that don't get featured on show here, let me know. I'd love to check them out. All right, guys. Damien Renee, I'm guessing, is the correct pronunciation. This is a channel I'm pretty sure I have not featured before, and I have no idea how I found or how I became a subscriber. I'm one of only 437 of them. If you're into making battery packs out of the recovered batteries that we all know and love, this is a really cool video. The production quality of just this battery assembly video blew me away. I'll go full screen on it because you guys gotta check out this guy's channel. I'm not going to be able to keep up with the production quality on YouTube. That's starting, the bar just keeps going up, and these videos are crazy, and this one just blew me away. I could watch this guy make batteries all day. It was very well done, very cool. Linus Tech Tips, a channel, huge YouTube channel, fellow Canadian. This one caught my eye. I don't usually feature consumer electronics here, but this was a curved OLED TV. I found it exciting because I love the OLED technology. Guys, you've seen me do one video or two on the small little OLED, the I2C OLEDs. Basically, the organic LED. If you want black, there's no light coming out of it. The color rendition on these things is incredible, and I love seeing that TV is headed this way. I would love to see one of these in person. I don't really care about the curved aspect, but these OLED TVs really excite me. So it was a pretty neat video. I thought it was cool. Harry shared with us a video on cheap multimeters. Would they even work? Well, yep, they did. And Harry went over ultra cheap stuff, like sub $5 non-auto ranging meter from, I think you got this one at Harbor Freight or eBay, I forget. But basically just cheap multimeters for use to get other people into electronics, to use in like an Arduino making class or electronics class or whatever. I'm not going to knock this stuff. I wouldn't trust my life to any meter but the ones that I trust. I trust my flukes with my life. But for hobby electronics to get somebody into it, I wouldn't knock these. I think they're great. I love seeing the message get out there. If you can buy somebody a meter under $5 and just get them using it and understanding what it's telling them, 2 thumbs up. Totally cool. Love it. Thanks, Harry, for sharing the video. Pretty cool. Adafruit Industries, guys, I try and share them every week because they always have something awesome. This one I caught last night. Live show from Lady Ada. She's into doing these live screens, live streams, just impromptu. And this was designing a pulse sensor breakout board live from start to finish. It was totally neat. David Watts did something much similar on his live show. And to some people, it might be like watching paint dry, but I picked up a ton to see how she worked through taking something. She made the schematic from start to finish, from the data sheet, transferred it over, made the PCB, reworked everything 100 times till she was happy. Very cool. Love seeing the process of how it's done. Great way to learn. I'm a video learner. I really enjoyed that. Totally cool. All right, let's catch up on the chat for a quick second. Glitch said, my e-bike battery uses recycled laptop cells, but their C rating is pretty blah. Yeah, well, but it works for you. And Jeff had another channel. Jeff, if you don't mind, just slide over to the G Plus community and post that in. I'd love to check it out. And Mike said he has several cheap meters for what they do. They're great. I have a couple of junk ones too. I keep junk meters everywhere. And no, I don't use them daily. But when you need to use one, like when you're off location, like out camping or whatever, and I need them more commonly than I thought when I'm just out camping, fixing somebody's vehicle or whatever. Cheap meter. It works. It lets you see the electrons. Very, very cool. The Scotty said that problem is that meter will always give you a reading. The key is to correctly understand what it is telling you. Yeah, well, I don't think that's unique to that meter. Any meter, my fluke will always give me a reading. You still need to understand what it's telling you with that too. It doesn't make it much easier. So if anything, those meters are far harder because of non-auto ranging. If you don't know exactly what to expect, you're not going to get the result. So yeah, you need, yeah. All right, guys, let's carry on. Let's go. From the shop this week, guys, what do we got for time? Oh, jeez. Flew by. Arduino satellite, guys. I got the video out on the Arduino voice downlink that I've reworked. Yep, it works. I've proven that it can be done. So yeah, not the best for going into space because the bandwidth is a little high, but for our fun little simulation at home, works like a champ. It can yap away in voice and do all kinds of nifty stuff. Check out the video. I also put out the final video. I had to do one final one for the Hackaday prize. They required a long format, 5 to 10 minute format video for the final qualification for the prize. Well, I didn't do that. I did like a 3-minute video because I've already got tons on it. Hopefully the judges forgive me, but with this I did a bit more background, if you didn't already see it, on why the sensor was born, and a little bit of background into me and my daytime career, and what I've been tasked with and what I've done. Not so much anymore because I've transferred roles. Directly responsible for all those guys anymore. It was a big reason I left that role. But yeah, it's good times. I hold quite a few certifications, and that's why the project was born, and a little bit of insight into it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's my ramble on that one. And cool. What else we got? Sneak peek, guys. I have a video coming up on the Fox 1A amateur radio satellite. I was able to catch a couple of passes of that. Very cool. It's a small CubeSat. Has an FM repeater on board for amateur radio guys. Pretty cool. I was like scavenger hunt. I was able to catch it. Very fun. So this is the one I alluded to earlier today. The Projects Without Borders. This is an ongoing area. You can find a whole section in the forum on mkmeorg, and I've had a project in mind for a long time now, but it's been missing a piece of the puzzle. And when I ran across the outer net that we mentioned earlier, I'll be honest, guys, I was just bouncing off my chair. Glitch gave a little bit of the info in the chat earlier about outernet and the fact that they have secured bandwidth from numerous geostationary satellites and are just transmitting data down that is kind of curated, or not moderated, is curated by a group of people, volunteers, who you can send them a Twitter message and say, I want to see the history of Uganda, the wiki for Uganda. Boom, they'll include it in the next broadcast. All this data comes down, and you can do with it what you may anywhere in the world. No censorship, no landlines, no nothing. You just need a small KU band satellite dish, the same one that's on your house. I was just blown away. This is totally cool. They are small and a startup yet. So I checked them out. And they did a cool case study on a Uganda school. Not the best video coverage of it. I think it fell a little short of the mark, to be honest, but it got the point across that what this was for is like middle of nowhere communications, no problem. They've got pretty much worldwide coverage with these sats now. And one of the cool parts, Syed, he is, I think the CEO, he said, this is just 9 hours ago, he posted this in the forum because I was looking for this. He sends about 1 gig of content per day, roughly. There is no limit to the size, but there's a limit to the content we can send per day because that's what they pay for. So right now they're sending 1 gig per day down, no problem. Anyone can receive it of this content. Big Gutenberg library stuff, huge right now. And like a gig is a lot of data, really, or it can be, every day, ongoing, forever, of the history of whatever. Very, very neat. So the hardware itself, and I'll be honest, guys, I've already ordered one of these. I reached out. I talked to Thane, who is one of the guy in the video. I talked to him numerous times today. Very, very cool guy. He wasn't able to really directly support, so because they're not in a position to do sponsorships right now because they're startup. This Lighthouse receiver basically plugs into the satellite dish, has 4 gig of memory on board, and just downloads the data, and you can keep whatever you want, but it also acts as a Wi-Fi hotspot. So any Wi-Fi device can access it, your mobile phone, whatever, or a PC, and grab whatever content that has been sent down that day and save it. Or you can save it to external storage right from this unit. $100. I thought this is really impressive compared to the plans for like Facebook downlinks and Project Loon. This is existing hardware, existing satellites. Who doesn't know where there's like everywhere in the world has these KU band satellite dishes kicking around, and if not, you can make one very easy. You just need the LMB. So I thought it was pretty cool. So we're gonna see. I've ordered one, guys. It is coming. It's already shipping, actually. I think I already got the DHL notification that it's on the way, and I just ordered it today. This will be part of Projects Without Borders. Big project that's going to span many months and have a lot of different components. But this is your sneak peek. This is one of the components to it. And I just got to work out the portable dish part. So if any of you guys out there have a portable dish, something that collapsible preferably. I've seen them for tailgating, like tailgate parties and stuff, and RVs. If any of you have one or know where I can procure one, please let me know. It's definitely going to be a big part of the project upcoming. It's going to be fun. Glitch said my dad's got a couple of dishes sitting in his backyard with some LMBs on them. I've got an RTL dongle or two and a Pi. Absolutely. The only thing is the RTL. That's the tricky part. They have open source software, but our RTL dongles, like the ones that I have, the DVB-T, don't work for satellite. You need a DVB-S, I believe, dongle. And I couldn't find a cheap source for those. But if any of you guys find those, please post them in the G+, too. The best I could find on those was about $60, $50-$60. And if you're going to pay $50 or $60, that's why I just went with the hotspot complete unit. But if you can find these USB dongles or any other method, there's other ways too. You can get them as PCI card too. You can plug them right into a Pi and download that way, or do another form of standalone. But this is relatively open source. They make it all available. So if any of you run into any of that, I'd be interested too. So yeah, pretty cool. Jeff said, think about the internet access in Uganda. Amazing for those people. We used to get excited about an internet over 13.3 baud. The people could do so much with the available knowledge. Absolutely, Jeff. That's why I was super excited about it. And you guys will see downrange, the project I have in mind, but this perfectly aligned with it. And yeah, a gig of free data every day in the middle of nowhere. This thing runs on a 2-amp power supply, and I'm guessing probably draws significantly less than 2 amps. Only needs to download 1 gig, and you can put the thing to sleep, and then just use your Pi or a mobile device to use the data. Anyway, we'll see. Pretty cool. Ken said hit up the RV community. They have them. Absolutely, Ken. I saw a couple. I definitely got to look into that further. Appreciate the input, guys. Find me a very, very portable satellite dish, because I need one. I would love to, like, you see the ones in army and military movies all the time, these foldable, collapsible things, but when I go shopping for one, they're awfully hard to come by. I only just need the basic form of it. I have the LMBs, the low noise block, the head unit. I have lots of those, so I can adapt one. Anyway, carrying on, guys. What else we got? Tech tip of the week, guys. On that note of the, well, this is something you're going to see in this off the Without Borders project. The tech tip of the week this week is really basic. Guys, these Android cell phones. More and more, I'm starting to see old Android cell phones on freebie classifieds and local classifieds, and even the local thrift shop even had some of them I have lots of them. Never ever get rid of these Android operating system cell phones because you can integrate them into so many electronics projects. It's incredible. If there isn't already an app out there to use the equipment on board, these things are full sensor suite, everything on board, and now they're going for like, you pick them up for $10. Everything in there you can access easily with open source software, and if you can't, you can easily use I think App Inventor has moved into MIT App Inventor now, where you can basically use Scratch block form coding to make your own app and access the equipment on board, and it works. I've done it. I have a few apps. If you can get your paws on any of these, don't let them go to landfill or get recycled. You can use them in some projects, and you're going to see, this is the one that I actually sent up in the high altitude balloon. Works great to this day. Still actually have it activated on a pay-as-you-go plan. But you're going to see these two get used in the Without Borders project, because they can do a lot more than just make phone calls and browse on their screen. You can use the PC power in them to output to other devices. So silly tech tip, guys, but something people don't often think about when they get rid of their old phones or their friends are getting rid of them. Grab them up. Pretty handy stuff, guys. All right, guys. Yeah, we're just about out of time. Let's go. Viewer comments, guys. Only have one this week. Really quick one. This came in on Satellite Project. Joshua Jared said he's been waiting for some updates on this. How can you make or buy a more powerful 433 megahertz TX that could be picked up on the ground for a weather balloon? It's a really good question, because it's just this simple. If in your area 433 is a band that you can use without an amateur license, which I think the UK might be. I don't know what the restrictions on power output, but I would, for one, I would say you need an amateur license, and two, it's just as simple as putting an amplifier on it. You can put a 1 watt, 2 watt amplifier on it, and boom, you're down to the ground. This would work on a balloon, no problem. In this area, not so easy to work that way, because it would be actually in Canada it'd be okay, I think, but in the US the bandwidth is slightly tighter that you're allowed. But again, you got to be licensed. But long story short, you could absolutely boost it up and use it as a TX to the ground. You absolutely could. You just have to check your local rules. That's all there is to it. And Glitch said you could just use the UV5R. You can use any cheap Chinese radio hook to it and just pipe the output from, in my case, the Arduino right into any handy talkie and send it down. Again, licensed, obviously. And Mike said one is set up as a video cam to my front yard. Absolutely. Jeff said he uses his S3 as a dash cam. Absolutely. The uses for these things are incredible. Never ever get rid of your old Android phone. So much you can do with them. I think that is just about it for tonight, guys. It's been a fun show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you join me next week. It's going to be a big week this week. I'm not sure whether Hackaday is going to announce the prize winners this week. If they do, I'll let you guys know on social media. And I'm going to try and do another Periscope live show later on in the week. I've got a really busy week. Got a dinner on Wednesday night and a few other things, and then the weekend. But I'm going to make time for a Periscope live show. Hit me up there. And Mike said 433 is not in the ham bands. Depends on where you are, Mike. Yeah, totally depends on where you are. And that is about it, guys. Closing thoughts. One small closing thought. This one's funny. Came up on my Facebook page today. Guys, with all the technology we have today and the fact that we stuff phones and iPads in our kids' hands to keep them busy, check this out. Life is all good until your 7-year-old purchases $5,400 in gems from the iTunes store for a game. I thought that worth sharing. This is actually a person I know, and I honestly laughed. Trials and tribulations of today's youth. Purchasing thousands of dollars in in-app purchases. Yeah. Oh, what a silly problem to have. Thought it was good, guys. In all your ventures this week, guys, hit me up on any of the socials. Love to chat with you guys. Hopefully you have a great week. Build something cool this week and make sure you share it with the world. Together we can make anything, guys. It's totally cool. Have a great week, guys. Cheers.